This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome to Chapter 1 of our series, Integrations That Matter, Connecting Tech for Seamless Experiences. In this episode titled, Welcome to the World of Integrations, we're going to explore what technology integrations are and why they're so crucial in today's digital landscape. So, let's dive in. Right now, there are more apps on your phone than many companies had across their entire business a decade ago. Yet, they quietly talk to each other all day. In this episode, we'll step behind that curtain and explore how those hidden conversations actually shape your world. Those quiet digital exchanges don't just move data around. They quietly reshape decisions, experiences, and even entire industries. When your bank flags a suspicious transaction in seconds, that's not one system being smart. It's a fraud engine, transaction processor, customer profile, and notification service acting in sync. When a delivery app updates your driver's location in real time, it's coordinating maps, payments, traffic, and inventory systems behind a simple progress bar. Integrations turn isolated tools into coordinated teams, letting companies launch new services faster, personalize at scale, and react to change in near real time. In this episode, we'll uncover how this connective layer is becoming a strategic asset, why leaders obsess over it, and what it means for the way you work and live. But there's a twist. This same connective power can either simplify your world or quietly complicate it. A retailer might link point-of-sale data with warehouse systems and marketing tools to keep shelves stocked and offers relevant, until one update breaks the chain and orders stall. Hospitals chase real-time patient views by wiring together lab results, imaging, and bedside devices, yet still fax records because systems don't fully agree. We're living in a moment where the real competitive edge isn't just owning great tools, but orchestrating how they work together under pressure. Think of what's happening underneath as three big shifts that quietly change the rules of the game. First, the scale. It's not just a few systems talking anymore, it's thousands. That's why a whole market like iPaaS can head toward $46 billion. Companies aren't wiring up one or two tools, they're coordinating CRM, finance, logistics, HR, marketing, IoT devices, and external partners, often across multiple clouds. The volume of connections makes manual, one-off wiring impossible. You need platforms, patterns, and guardrails. Second, the tempo. Old-school integration meant a nightly batch job pushing files around. Modern flows react in seconds, or less. A new customer signs up, and that single event can trigger identity checks, welcome journeys, entitlements, and data syncs to analytics tools. This is where event-driven design matters. Instead of systems constantly polling each other, anything new yet? They broadcast changes and let interested services subscribe. It's leaner, faster, and far more flexible when you want to bolt on a new capability without rebuilding everything. Third, the business impact. Integrations aren't just IT plumbing anymore. They reshape revenue and retention. McKinsey's estimate that APIs could unlock $2.2 trillion annually comes from patterns we can already see. Banks offering open banking APIs so fintechs build on top of them. Retailers exposing inventory to marketplaces in real time. Logistics firms letting customers embed shipment tracking directly into their own apps. Slack's data that workspaces with 10+ app integrations retain at double the rate underlines the same point. Once workflows live across tools, leaving becomes much harder. This strategic layer is also where constraints show up. Security teams care about which data crosses which boundary, under what policy. Operations teams care how to monitor and debug complex chains when something fails midstream. Product teams care how quickly they can experiment with new partners or data sources without waiting months for custom code. Your system's architecture increasingly looks less like a single skyscraper and more like a well-planned city block. Independent buildings, shared utilities, zoning rules, and traffic patterns that determine whether everything flows or gridlocks. Consider 3 snapshots from very different worlds. In e-commerce, a boutique brand plugs its store into a payment gateway, a shipping aggregator, and a reviews platform. Overnight, it offers one-click checkout, live delivery estimates, and social proof, capabilities it didn't build, but assembled. In manufacturing, a factory links machine telemetry to a maintenance system and a spare parts supplier. When vibration patterns cross a threshold, a work order is created, and parts are pre-ordered before anything breaks, shrinking downtime instead of just reporting it. In healthcare, a telemedicine provider connects scheduling, video, prescriptions, and insurance verification from separate vendors. A patient books online, joins a call, gets an e-script, and sees their copay, all in one flow. Like a modular sports team built from specialists, striker, playmaker, defender, the value isn't any single star, but how well they pass, coordinate, and adapt under changing conditions. APIs are quietly shifting power. When tools can be swapped as easily as tiles in a dashboard, vendors compete on real value, not lock-in. That makes your architecture less a rigid roadmap and more a living playlist you can reorder as needs change. But this flexibility cuts both ways. Brittle links or opaque data flows turn that playlist into a maze. The next frontier isn't adding more connections, it's giving people clear, trustworthy control over how those connections shape their work. As our tools knit tighter, the real frontier isn't more connections, but smarter ones, flows that explain themselves, adapt to context, and respect consent by default. Think less wiring diagram and more navigation app for your digital workday, surfacing routes, trade-offs, and detours so you can shape how systems collaborate, not just live with it. Here's your challenge this week. Pick one tool you use daily, like your CRM, project management app, or email platform, and set up a brand new integration that actually moves data automatically between it and another app you rely on. Turn on at least one real workflow. For example, when a lead fills out a form, create a deal in my CRM and a task in my project tool, and run 3 live tests to confirm it works end-to-end. Finally, turn off or delete one old manual step that this integration now replaces so you can feel the time savings immediately. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!